Citizens are leaving Canada, and why they are leaving? Because due to the taxes, housing crisis, and similar purchasing very expensive as compared to USA, and Canadians are moving to USA. Canadians are moving to other countries, other part of the world. It was quite astonishable that Canadian citizens are preferring other countries than Canada because Canada was understood one of the best developed country of the world, and this was the dream of the overseas people to go and stray and get the PR of Canada. Still people are dying for PR of Canada, but this is breaking news for me that Canadian citizens who has got the permanent residence and they are fleeing from Canada. They are moving away from the Canada and they are thinking that Canada is no more for them. What is going on? Civil unrest is followed. What is going on? Why people, Canadian citizens, well settled people, having all things, having all facilities, and they are still moving from Canada to other parts of the world. Remember Hong Kong, China, UK, USA, Australia, these nationals, these people, Asia, they are the Asian people are still starving for Canada. If I am talking about Canadian international education, the Canadian international students top number one country who is giving students to the Canada is India and then China. Why these students going for study only? No, we should be very realistic. They are going for PR. They think that this is the shortest route to get the permanent residence of the Canada. But what's happening? The people who gets the passport of the Canada, they are not happy, most of them, and they are not happy due to multiple reasons. Current housing crisis pricked many families, and expensive rates of rent, expensive purchasing, because now they were thinking one brand is giving price very expensive in Canada as compared to USA, 2 3 times more. One family was telling, why we are here, why we need to pay more money than USA. That's the main pricking point the families are telling. And similarly, if you compare with other parts of the world, Canada still look good country, but Canadian citizens are thinking that taxes ratios are too much as compared to UAE and other Gulf countries, and why we are not going to business there. I think little bit planning by immigration department also affected Canadian citizens to quit because international students who are coming to Canada, they were giving a huge fee to the Canadian government, and that was the main source of the GDP. If there are some industries who give money to any big countries, this one industry is the education industry. And one student claimed currently in Canadian main platform that we are paying 3 times more fee to your country than Canadian citizens. But Canadian government, Canadian immigration department, IRCC was thinking Canadian students are not good for them, and they started capping. Now each country is suffering. UK suffering, Australia suffering, Canada suffering because they had special cap on the migrants who are necessary. I think genuine students are indispensable for these developed countries. These countries cannot announce by right way and cannot announce in media and cannot announce straightforward, but internally they know their economy depends upon international education and the skilled workers, because these skilled workers work in their countries, and their performance, their enthusiasm, their motivation is something else because they do for their PR. But the people who gets the PR, they sit at home, they think that no problem, the business will be there, work will be there, or not. Our students are studying freely, and that's the point that student was claiming, that Canadian citizen is not paying any fee to the college and university, and we are paying huge fee. Why this is a difference? I think that student was wrong in this sense, because when you became citizen of the any country, the country gave them preference, and even they will not doing job, that pay the money for their living expenses. But still Canadian citizens are not happy, and according to facilities they think that if we are working, our taxes are more cut than other countries. And some people are shifting their businesses to UAE becoming a new professional and business hub for all rich people and for all business people. I think Australia and Canada, especially Canada, IRCC rethink immigration policy, and they must think some route that business investment must come to their countries, and taxes must be reduced, and also the students invitation must be increased, because these are the students who are paying a fee too much. That Indian students, when told that 3-4 times more fee we pay, it means that one student in Canada, he is not national, he will pay one part fee. The person who is coming from overseas, 3 times more. Canadian citizen will not pay one fee because he is a citizen. So this 4 times multiple fee, where $100 fee, if there is $100 fee in the market, the international student will pay $400. So it means that that money will be imported from the developing country to the developed country. Why these countries are developed? Because money is imported. Because students are not coming for education only, they are bringing a lot of money. Students have different thinking, that when we will study, we will pay money, we will be able to get the PR, and overall money will be compensated. But Canada don't give PR to all Indians. Canada don't give PR to all Chinese students. So therefore skilled people are also stopped. Skilled people were moving to Canada, they were working with different companies, and the businesses were growing, the money was growing. Now this is also a problem, that Canada has special cap on skilled worker as well. Number of the skilled workers are reduced with their families. On the Quebec province, now there is only 13,000 family visas were issued, which is very less than the last years. It means that the person who is a work permit holder, now he cannot call his family to Quebec, because almost limited seats were available and that are being occupied. I think IRCC and immigration minister giving statements again and again, like United Kingdom, these statements also pricked a lot of business people to move from the Canada to other countries. I think if there is some spaces, if there are some false migrants going on, if some non-genuine students are entering, if skilled workers who are not eligible and they are entering, if tourist visa holders who are in Canada and they are switching their work permits, their tourist visa into the work permits, these are the statements which must be discussed inside immigration department. There should be the good statements issued by top management of the country, prime minister, immigration minister, and IRCC representative on the website, that we achieve this task, we achieve that task. If they are changing laws, Australia, I remember, they suddenly changed the fee of the students, and they did not announce in any media. Why there is announcement in the media that fake students are coming, Indians are fake, Asians are fake, fill in the blank is fake? These statements will affect the business people. Business people will not come to your country. And now the taxes, now housing crisis. What's construction companies are telling, that there are so much restrictions in constructions, how we can construct houses. There are so much tough processing, and also the taxes. And we want to build houses, we want to fulfill the requirement of the coming up to 10 years we are planning, but unfortunately the government is not giving us compensation. So I think stopping immigration, they must give compensation to business people, they must give compensation to construction companies. If the Canadian citizens are leaving, so Canada will be no more developed country. Keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan. So timely acts give the timely output. Thank you very much.